Hey everyone, today I'd like to introduce you to Seminole. Seminole here is a pink leucistic southern pine snake. Now the southern or the Florida pine snakes are the farthest south reaching of the three different pine snake subspecies that belong to this genus and the nominate species Pituophis melanoleucus. So there's the northern pine snakes, melanoleucus, the black pine snakes, which are endangered, Melanoleucus lodgeni, and then the southern or the Florida pines, Melanoleucus mugidus. These guys are really cool. They're the most variable of all of the different pine snake subspecies. There's a ton of morphs out there between hypos and albinos and whitesides and the leucistics. And the really interesting thing about the leucistic of these guys is that there's actually three different variations of them. There's the standard white that you normally expect, where they're pure white, still with the bright blue eye. Then there's a yellow, where they're kind of yellow, and they have where they're white, but they have this kind of faint yellow tinge to them. And then there's pink. So hopefully the camera's picking that up. And if not, I'll get a little bit more B-roll on here of this guy a little bit more up close. You can see that he has a little bit pink to him. And if you look closely at his eyes, he does have those really nice eyes. Although the pink, they're a little bit more kind of like a gray color than a true blue. Now, when you look at this guy here, Seminole, you can see that he has a bunch of really weird dark flecking across a lot of his dorsal parts, mostly around the first third of his body. And that's because of where this guy came from. So this guy came to me from someone who used to work in a reptile shop, who obviously had a really easy ability to get in a lot of animals as rescues, surrenders, trades, blah, 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 blah. And he knows that I really like the Pituophis genus, the bulls, the pines, the gophers. And this guy was given to them, to the store, and mostly to this person, as this was housed, Seminole was housed with a pair, so a male and a female, northern pine snakes, the larger of them. They're actually the second largest of the Pituophis genus. It goes bull snakes, and then these guys, and then arguably the Pacific gophers that come after that. They can all exceed lengths of 7 feet long, but the northern pine snakes have a tendency to be a little bit more heftier, a little bit larger as far as actual girth and size go. And the male was considerably larger than him. And you'll see when I introduce you to my other male northern pine snake as we go further down this road with the series, you will see how much bigger he is than Seminole. And so with the female present in there, in addition to cohabiting snakes, he was just beating the heck out of poor Seminole here. So all of this dark flecking, turns out, is actually scar tissue that eventually healed as he shed and managed to recover, but all of that scarred and discolored, similar to how scar tissue in people sometimes discolors. And that's essentially what Seminole is here. But in general, he has an absolutely amazing disposition. He's the only southern pine snake that I have. I'd love to get more down the road, but he's the only one that I have, and I'm okay with that because he's such a good little boy. He goes out with me on a lot of different of the educational and outreach programs and things like that. Plus, for some of my 18 and older audience members who do get the joke, I get to make the pink snake joke. And a lot of people think that's really fun because he is, in fact, a pink snake. But with all that being said, he is absolutely an amazing animal. I love him to death, and it's always fun to introduce people to a snake that probably a lot of people didn't even think was a real thing, let alone one that looks so oddball like Seminole here. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more of reptile content as well as all of my other different animals that I'm introducing you guys to one by one. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day, and we will check you next time.